Ball's coming up the court. Alley pass, brush cut to the big. Runs it over. Now just a pick and roll. But here it's more of a pick and pop. Shoots. Three. Unfortunately misses. All right, so Air Force brings the ball up. Air Force brings the ball up. And what you're going to see is they're going to go ahead and run chin series or chin action with this back screen. They go ahead and swing it. They're looking for this wing to be underneath the basket there. He's covered pretty well, so they give it to the high post. High post now has the option when these guards run split action, he can now move away from the action and he can bring the ball to the other guards. So when he dribbles at, there's the backdoor cut. And now it's a two-man game here, but notice the cutter stops to post up, gets us the screen for a pop. All right, you'll notice Air Force brings the ball up and they throw to the wing. That guy cuts through. Okay. So then they come back up, reverse it, which signals that now they're going to be in point series. So the big comes up, throws it to the big, and then he runs split action with the guard on the side. It's not there, so then the big gets to decide, I'm going to turn away from that action, and I'm going to run a two-man game. So they drive and shoot. All right, on this next possession, Air Force is going to bring the ball up, and they're going to throw an alley pass, and then that's going to go into a wing entry. So this guard will come through. He'll do somewhat of a brush cut, rub cut, and then they'll reverse the ball and try to set up point. But the point guard always has the option that if that's not open or it's not a good pass, to reverse. All right, when he reverses, typically when he dribbles at, the rule is for this guy to go ahead and cut back door. All right, and then he cuts on through, and now they're set up in a 5-out. All right. So typically in a 5-out, depending on what way you run Princeton with a 5-out, is if this is a dribble at and the defender's overplaying, meaning the rule is I dribble at you or I dribble at your defender, you cut back door. But this defender is playing that backdoor cut. So then he just comes over top for dribble handoff, and then they're just playing in space. You can see they keep their spacing, which is the most important thing when running Princeton. Keep your spacing. All right. All right, let's take another look at this possession. We have them bringing the ball up, wings out, dribble handoff. Notice they pass it to the wing. They're in their chin series, so you get a back cut from the big. This wing cuts down to the block. And then notice that, you can tell that they'll practice this. If he can't get that post up and he can't score, you'll see this wing cut back door. But he does end up using some post moves and makes a decent shot on the basket. All right, so like I said before, with the title and stuff, the most important thing you need to remember about running the Princeton offense is your spacing. Spacing is very important. So we're going to see Air Force bring the ball up. They're going to get into their 5-out series. All right. So they pass it to the wing. The big pops up. Now, again, like we talked about before, they dribble at your defender. You cut back door. It's not open. So typically they pass. So he looks back. He takes it to the other side because this guy's not open. All right. And now they're kind of trying to reset. They're coming back out and reset. So then they go to their chin series. Swing it, back cut, not there. Throw it back to the big flare cut. And then it's just a screen for a pick and pop. Again, spacing stays the same with them. All right. As promised, one baseline out of bounds play. Super sneaky. Looks really good. And we'll watch Air Force run this. So notice the alignment. They kind of cut it off a little bit, but they stacked up high. They get the ball into the wing, and they're going to send it back up top with a pin down or screen down. And notice, typically you would see this out of bounds play for somebody to shoot a three. But you're going to notice that as soon as he goes up, he jab steps back, almost like he's going to set a screen for this guy, but it is literally just a split action from an out of bounds with a curl into the basket. All right, we'll watch it one more time. Wing out, pin down, curl. He didn't get it, so he just tries to kick it back out. Great baseline out of bounds play to work on with your team versus man. All right, hope you enjoyed this video.